How's everyone doing? So this video, I wanted to talk about my opinion on orcas particularly, but certain, orcas and other sea creatures that I believe should not be in captivity. Okay, so SeaWorld has been having orcas for 4 years now. They've had their orca encounter in their program and have orca trainers, and they have these giant animals that belong in the ocean. They have these giant animals in like basically a little pool, like a little tub. And they have them in this small enclosure. And I just would like to wonder how like people think that that's good. I'm all about aquariums and having, certain species that are, able to be in an aquarium. I'm all about that, but there's just some species that just need to be in the ocean, just need to be in the wild. Because, they travel long distances and they just, it's like imagine being a human and, especially if you're an average size human and you're in a tiny little cubicle or in a tiny little space. Yes, you could probably live in that space, but would you be really happy? My guess is you would say no. So it's the same thing for these creatures. Same with great whites. They're another species that just does not belong in aquariums. They need to be in the ocean. They travel long distances. Every aquarium that's tried to keep them, they die, which is, not much of a shock to me. And they just don't belong in aquariums. Same with, not that they would ever probably try to get a blue whale in an aquarium, but, those get way too big. They belong in the ocean. So basically, if anyone here agrees with me that orcas and other certain species should not be in aquariums, just let me know, because it's just, I feel like they just need to stop. These places need to stop having orcas. They need to stop their breeding program. I believe SeaWorld has stopped their breeding program for the orcas, which I hope so, because I know, you can't just if they've been in captivity, you can't just like put them in the wild again. It doesn't work like that. But this needs to stop. We do not need orcas in captivity. If people want to interact with orcas or see them, they can see them in the ocean where they belong. They do not belong in an aquarium. They do not belong in a little pool, a little tub of water. It's unacceptable. And it's just always bothered me. And I don't know how anyone thinks that that is okay. There are plenty of species that you can house in and can live in an aquarium and be fine. But some of them just no. There's some species that just need to be left in the ocean, and the orcas are one of them. Also, they've killed a lot of people in captivity, especially SeaWorld. Like a lot of trainers have been killed by the orcas. They pull them under the water and drown them, and this has been happening probably because the orcas are frustrated and like so unhappy being in a little tiny little tub, and they're just unhappy. So I can't say I completely blame them. I wouldn't be very happy if I was an orca in that little tiny area, but there have not been any reported, attacks or injuries on humans from orcas in the wild where they belong. So if that doesn't tell you that they don't need to be in captivity, then I don't know what will. But that's just my take on it. Free the orcas. No more orcas in captivity in aquariums. They need to be in the ocean.